Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project planning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. I am incredibly tired again. It has been a week, I am telling you, it has been a week. I'm trying really hard to be alert because this is such an exciting update for me. We are going to do Eyes Project Pan update for November. So this is Enjoy Your Eyeshadows, created by Deb from Deb B here on YouTube, and Deb_Barker_12 on Instagram, I believe. I'm pretty sure that is her Instagram handle. So I am so excited about the November update, and I want to talk to you guys about everything that I have in front of me here. So let's go ahead and talk about the first one here, which is the Moondust palette, which is super old. Is there a date on here? I don't even think so. But this one is definitely expired. There's a couple shades in here that worked really nicely. I did wear... Wow, this is a lot of stuff coming out. I did wear Granite and Lithium, which were very nice. I also tried Galaxy, which was very nice. All three of those shades had a lot of glitter pigmentation. It was really nice to wear. And then I tried Element. Is it Element? Yeah. And I thought, oh my god, perfect shade with my hair color. It's got these, it's like an orangey gold base with a red glitter flip. And I thought this is perfection to wear with my hair color. It did not look like this on the eye. It was super boring. Sorry, it was super boring, lackluster, flaked off. It didn't apply nicely. So unfortunately, I didn't enjoy that shade, but I do so far like 3 of the shades I've tried. I may keep this in for December, but I am going to be completely honest, I'm not going to pick shades for the month of December. So this one was just okay. It was meh. It was okay. Next is the Adept Ninhydrin, which is right here. This one was lovely to use. It's a lot of purples, and of course that's for Ninhydrin. It's all purples, but I don't know, for some reason this is just not the same quality as I feel like is current now with Adept Cosmetics. Don't get me wrong, these shadows are stunning. I want to swatch a few of these for you guys because I feel like I should, but also I don't have a tissue handy. But those are them, and of course absolutely stunningly beautiful, very different shades in this palette. Something for everyone, honestly. My only issue with the Adept Cosmetics palettes, I'm trying to get a tissue while I'm talking to you guys, is I don't love the pairing mats that they put in their palettes. I'm not 100% a fan of almost any Adept Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. It's like the mats just don't belong. This one is okay because you can pair it with these two and the green, but this gray, it's just like a slate gray, and it's not even deep enough. It would be fine for the crease, but it's not even deep enough for an outer corner for these purpley shades. I feel like a super dark navy purple would have been perfection as a matte, like a dark matte, but I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favorite Adept Cosmetics palette, but it's not bad quality. It's honestly so good compared to some other eyeshadow palettes that I have. If their worst is still amazing, that's okay. I do love this palette. I put a heart beside it because it performed great and everything. But out of all the Adept Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes, I think this one is my least used, but it's still amazing. So what does that say? There's not really a bad thing to say about the palette. Next is my Glamlite and Chucky. It says Chucky Crazy in Love eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to keep it in this packaging. So when I started to use this, I was like, it is super dark, and I knew it was super dark when I bought it. I absolutely love The Bride of Chucky. It's one of my favorite movies. It's got a super dark color story. It's perfect. It's very tiff. And honestly, I thought this was like amazing. After wearing it a couple of times, I am very disappointed in the matte shades. I'm so disappointed in the matte eyeshadow shades. The all of these dark colors basically look the same. All the red dark colors, like basically all the same. And it's the same issue that I have with the Melt Cosmetics, the Waiting Room palette. It's the same issue. I wore these two shades on my eyes, including, is that it? I think I may have just worn those on the outer corner and this on the lid. And oh my God, this shade on the lid is absolutely beautiful. It's so gorgeous. I love it with the color of my hair, although I need to update because all the bleach is eating away the red. The roots are what the color is supposed to be. It's a whole thing. But I just thought like this color, oh my God, so good. These colors, by the end of the day, pretty much flaked off my eye. It was non-existent on my eye, and it was all down here. It like transferred throughout the day. I don't even know how. I mean, I know I was doing a lot. Like I was doing dishes and I was like chopping up vegetables and making dinner and all that other stuff, but like I don't understand how the product went from my crease and my outer corner to underneath my eye. It was very strange. So I do have two hearts beside this, but it is not how I feel about the quality of this product. I would say this is a good palette. It's not a great palette. It's not an absolutely terrible palette, but I need to play with it more in order to see how I feel about it. Because right now I'm not impressed. The next one is the Natasha Denona Retro Eyeshadow Palette. And this one is very nice. I really enjoyed using this. I felt like the deeper colors were good enough for an outer corner, but I could still deepen it up with other shades. But everything else in here is a one and done eyeshadow palette. I have a really nice dark brown, which doesn't look super dark on camera, but it looks much darker. I guess it's washing these out, but these are quite dark compared to what you're seeing in, it's like washed out a little bit. But I do thoroughly enjoy this palette, and I was very happy to use that. It was really lovely. Next is the Huda Beauty New Nude, this eyeshadow palette, and it's a little bit of an older one now, and I wanted to bring in kind of the same color stories to see what I felt. And this one is good. It's not amazing. It's just good. You know, there's some like good things about it, like the shimmers in here are amazing. The mattes are okay. The cream is already dried up. Like there's glitter in here that I'm never going to use. I shouldn't say never. I would probably potentially, but like the shimmers is really where this palette shines. It's absolutely stunning. Just gorgeous, gorgeous shimmers that go on for days. But it's just a good palette. It's not like a necessity. I wouldn't say if you wear makeup like me and you wear a little bit more pigmentation and you want a little more impact, this is not for you. If you want a light wash of color on the eye, everyday neutral, something maybe a little bit more pink to, instead of it's always brown, maybe go for that. But in all honesty, like it's not my jam personally. Next is the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz. This one is, again, just good. It's not amazing. The thing that makes this eyeshadow palette good is, again, the shimmers. Like, look at this one alone. It's amazingly beautiful. This one. So gorgeous. But if I'm being honest, like, it's just okay. It isn't like, oh my gosh, you need to run out and buy this. I definitely want to use these more, but it wasn't like something that I feel like everyone needs to run out and buy, but it is a very nice everyday palette. Next one is the ColourPop Smoke and Roses. This one I actually really enjoyed, way more than I thought I was going to. It has a huge and beautiful color selection, all the dark outer corner shades, a lot of bright brow bone shades and inner corner shades, and just absolutely everything you need in this palette. It's stunning, it's beautiful, it's inexpensive, and I think the eyeshadows might be removable even. So this has a lot going for it. I definitely enjoyed that one a lot. Also, the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill collab. This one I love. Like, I'm sorry to say it, but I love it. I love the fact that there's purples and pinks and reds and melon shades and neutrals and a pop of gold and yellow and a deep outer corner black. For me, this is like pretty much a well-rounded. I think the only thing missing from this is a nice dark, like, neutral brown. Other than that, it's very warm. So that's why that's not in here, obviously. But like the brown, some of them are just a little too warm for me. Like this one here, too warm for me. I would be okay with a few like neutral browns to sort of soften the palette. But other than that, I really like it a lot. And last but not least, I brought in the Morphe 35XO palette, and this one was fantastic. I used it multiple times. I partly kind of want to keep it in. Like, it was so good. It offered every single thing I needed. It has all the lighter shades. It has the mid-tone crease shades. It has an outer corner shade. Lots of nice, beautiful rosy shades. This color alone is stunning. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. It's called Meet the Rents, but like Meet the Parents. I'm not a fan of the glitter being in there, but there's only one, so this was absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed it. So as far as my peak and my pit, I am most definitely going to give the pit to, I'm going to say, this is so bad, but I'm going to say these two. I thought I was going to love this. The first time I wore it, there was nothing wrong. I wore it all day. There was no issues. The second time I wear it, I didn't do anything different. I didn't do a different like primer or anything. And it was just, it came off my eye. It didn't last. It didn't look great. Like, it was just mediocre at best. And some of the shades in here, like these two, are just not good at all. And I don't really wear blues like that often. So, I mean, I can't fault the palette for the fact that there's like a cobalt blue in here that I don't normally wear. But if I had to choose the pits, it would be these two this week, which is really sad. Obviously, I'm kind of biased about the Chucky one because it's Chucky and Tiff. But it wasn't my favorite to use, and I was very disappointed because I wanted to scream it from the rooftops. I am wearing a Chucky palette, but yeah. And then my peak, I'm probably gonna have to give it to the 35XO, which again sucks because it's Morphe, but it had every single thing in here that I needed for every day. It was beautiful. It blended easily. It applied great. There was lots of pigmentation. It didn't have very much fallout. It was just all around really great. And it was easy to pair this with other items. So I really enjoyed that. So that is all I'm going to bring to you guys today. I don't have anything I'm bringing in because in December, if you guys are familiar with my last year's, I just bring in whatever I want throughout the month. If I choose anything, in the next day or two, like, I'll just talk to you guys about that stuff in the finale. But I really hope that Deb brings us back next year. If she doesn't, I'm just going to continue on doing my own thing, because I started in like the year before she did this anyway in December, and I was like, I'm going to use whatever eyeshadow palettes I want. It felt so good. It was really fun. And then having almost the whole year, well, actually, including my December, it's almost like an exact year now of using everything that I want to use. And it feels really fun and really good. And there's no pressure. I just use what I want to wear that day. And if I don't get to a palette, I don't get to a palette. And if I grab extra ones, I grab extra ones. Like, it's no big deal. So I really, truly love this eyeshadow project pan. And I definitely hope Deb brings it back. So that is everything. I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope you like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you're inclined, leave a comment. I would love to hear from you out of these. If you own any of these, which ones you like, or which palettes you'd like to see me use in December. That would be so great. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.